I think it's on. I think the mic's on too. Is the mic on? My name is Amy Peters. I am 21 years old, almost 22. And I've decided that 2026 is going to be the year that I lose the fear of everything. I don't mean everything. There are some things like spiders and heights that will never change. But there are 3 major things that I'm going to lose the fear of this year, and I'm going to use this YouTube channel to keep track of my progress and just explore what it's like to really hold myself accountable and give it a go. Why not? So what are these 3 fears that I'm getting over? Number 1, what people think of me. Comparison was a major thing for me growing up. I compared myself to a lot of people in school, and it kind of just got worse when I got out of school, and I just decided to put an end to that. And I thought that the new year, starting 2026, was a great reason to kind of just knuckle down on it. I'm not a massive fan of New Year's resolutions because I don't believe that you can change immediately overnight. But I did think that it was going to be something that I wanted to conquer and achieve in 2026 was losing the fear of what people thought of me. However, starting a YouTube channel is quite terrifying, as I know that people will probably come across this video that, number 1, I haven't spoken to in years, and that can be from primary school or high school or jobs. I completely realize that this is fully public and anyone can see this. I am also certain that someone's going to come across this that I have blocked on my phone, but I'm okay with that because 2026, as I said, I'm losing the fear of what people think of me, and I'm just going for it, and it's my own journey that I'm documenting, and I have to be okay. I have to be okay with that if I'm putting it out on YouTube. Number 2, what if I fail? I have failed numerous of times in my life, and I know for certain that I will again and again and again and again and again. I'm naturally quite a clumsy person who's a little bit slow. I've just found myself making mistakes here, there and everywhere, but I've used them to learn more about myself and kind of learning more about how you can come back from a mistake, because that's the magic of it. You make a mistake and you're then given the choice whether you can come back from it and you can fix your mistakes, or you can kind of just dwell in self-pity. My most recent failure, I think, I laugh at it now because it's quite a funny situation, but in the moment I was so embarrassed, I was ashamed, I thought I'd completely failed, like it was awful. I work part-time I do digital marketing for a clothing company, and we are quite a small company at the moment. So we had a stand at a fair in winter, and we had these bags that we needed our website stamped, and we didn't really want to get them mass produced and get loads of them. I was quite happy to order a stamp and kind of just get cracking with it. It also comes across a little bit more authentic when we've put in the effort of stamping bags. As simple and as time consuming and as inefficient as it may sound, it looked really good, and it was just adding in that extra effort, and we had the time to do it. So I ordered the stamp, which wasn't cheap, and it came from Manchester, and basically I had put the South African web address, which looks like this, instead of the UK web address, which looks like this, at the end. All we wanted was just our website on the bag. It was a pretty embarrassing moment opening it with my manager right next to me and looking at the stamp, and she just very calmly pointed out that I had made this mistake. In that moment, I wanted the earth to swallow me, and it was a disaster. But I then had the choice of either fixing my mistake and going through the effort of retracing my steps and seeing what I could do to fix it, or I could sit and sulk and dwell and give up and leave it to someone else to fix. I emailed the company immediately and just said, I've made a spelling mistake on 2 of the letters. Is there any way that we can sort this out? We're on a very tight deadline. I know it's my mistake. I do apologize. And I got an immediate response. They came back saying that they could fix it for 30 quid and it would be with us in a couple of days. So that's what I love about mistakes, is that when you make them, there's always a way that you can come out of them and something you can learn from mistakes. But that's your choice. You're given that choice at the end of the day, whether you fix your mistakes or you give up and leave it for someone else. So what if I fail? What if I don't achieve what I want? What if this is a massive flop and it comes back in a few years and it's super embarrassing? Well, I don't care. This is on me. So my lack of progress can't be blamed on anyone else. Where motivation comes in. Losing the fear of failure brings in the motivation to win. To try again and again and again and again, knowing that it's 50-50. It's either going to work or it doesn't. But it is on me on how much effort and time I dedicate to creating content, adding more videos. This is my first video. I think I currently have 1 subscriber and no views. I'm starting from the complete rock bottom and I have absolutely no idea if this is going to work or not. We were watching this video in high school. It was a motivational video and I just remember a popular line being, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And this is exactly what I'm going into this whole thing thinking. If I don't do this, if I don't make videos, if I don't document my progress, if I don't do what I love, I'm going to look at it in a few years and deeply regret not acting on it. So I thought, you know what? I'm young, I'm dumb, I'm 21, I don't really know what I want to do, what I want to be. I'm figuring all of that out. So it's a perfect time to kind of just pour into my creative side and start a YouTube channel. And finally, number 3, what if I'm not good enough? Self-doubt is dangerous, like really dangerous. There's so many people everywhere, TikTok, Instagram, everyone just says you just need to believe in yourself, you just need to believe in yourself. And doing that is so much harder. And I think I would love to speak on another video about how I kind of came to a point where I just believed in myself and I did stop caring, because that's been a whole process that I've been going over the past couple of years. If you don't believe that you're good enough, you won't be good enough. You literally have to have the mindset that good opportunity that's ahead of you, and if you don't act on it, nothing's going to happen. You basically have to have this like insanely self-obsessed view that things are going to work out for you. You can do anything and it's not unrealistic if someone else has it. I read that quote a few days ago. Someone had put it on TikTok. It's not unrealistic if someone else has it. So I was born here in the UK and moved to South Africa when I was 5. Really lovely childhood, and previously known as Port Elizabeth for a few years, and then moved over to Cape Town. And I had a really, really lovely life growing up by the beach, hiking in the mountains on the weekends, being outside all the time. It was incredible. However, 4 days after high school, I really wanted to change and I decided to move to the UK. So I packed up a suitcase and just before Christmas moved in with my aunt here in the UK, and the rest is kind of history. It's been 3 years now and it's been absolutely incredible. I started working at a petrol station, which was an accident because I clicked the wrong link on the website. It was like a company that owned both petrol stations and shops, and I wanted to work in the little shop in the village, and I clicked the wrong link and I ended up at the petrol station. But that is a whole nother video that I would like to discuss, because life working at a petrol station, I had so much fun and there are so many stories from that job that I would love to share. Kind of just learned that I would just go with it and see where you end up. I love my music, I love my art. I'm on Instagram and TikTok at the moment under Amy Sketchy Business, and I absolutely adore my family. This channel is basically just going to be everything that I love. Adding in vlogs and videos when I go traveling and when I go on holiday. I really like making little vlogs and videos and edits, so I will be dumping those in here. I get to a point where I'm happy with the content I've posted and I still have 1 subscriber and I have no views. I'm completely content with that. I'm doing what I love, I'm happy, and that's pretty much just the goal. So my quote to kind of wrap up this video, which has kind of been a little bit of a mess and kind of disorganized, but I'm trying to figure it all out, by an incredible actor who's currently on a generational run, Timothée Chalamet. You can be the master of your fate, you can be the captain of your soul, but you have to realize that life is coming from you and not at you. That quote has stuck with me for so long, and I think it's just so beautifully put. 2026, I am taking control. I am pouring into the things that I love doing, and this is one of them. And thank you so much for getting to the end of this video. If you did, there'll be more stuff that's coming up and I'm still figuring it out. I'm so new to all of this. I've had to ask so many people about recommendations for cameras, mics, everything. My lighting's a mess. My room, living with my grandparents at the moment, so I have kept things quite simple with the background. I'm just really happy you're here, and if anyone can learn anything from one of these videos, it would be to do what you love and stop caring what people think. See you in the next one!